Coming up then on the show today, we'll do How Many Sleeps. We have Christian Bale on the show after 8:30. And on the way, your cocktail themed 7:33, because Ryland's doing the cocktails on Mary Berry's show tonight on the telly box. Great choices on the way. Here's Tina with the headlines.
BBC News at 7:30. This is Tina Dahealy. Argentina fans filled the streets of Buenos Aires last night to celebrate their country winning the Football World Cup. They beat France on penalties after a dramatic 3-3 draw. The Health Secretary Steve Barclay is urging unions to make sure there's sufficient cover to respond to emergencies during Wednesday's strike. Ambulance workers are walking out in a dispute about pay. A government advisor says schools should be required to teach anti-Semitism. Lord Mann says there's been an alarming growth of hatred against Jewish people, with a recent survey showing incidents in English schools have almost trebled since 2017. A new law to force venues to be better prepared against terror attacks will be introduced in Parliament next year. Martin's Law, named after one of the victims of the Manchester Arena bombing, aims to improve security and train staff how to respond to an attack. The weather, cloudy and windy for much of the UK today. Outbreaks of rain affecting northern and western areas. That's the BBC News. Our next at 8.
Sorry about that little appearance there, Tina. I'd forgotten to turn my microphone down.
I thought I was hearing voices in my head.
Mike was showing me some drone footage of Buenos Aires. It's unbelievable. I think they're still partying there now.
The party's still going on. Yeah, it's getting on for 4:30 in the morning there.
And they're still going. It's incredible. Thanks, Tina. Here's Mike with your sport.
Well, Zoe, there is a general consensus amongst those of us who watched the World Cup final yesterday.
That is the best game of football I have ever seen. Ever. Undoubtedly.
Yeah, Michael Richards speaking for many of us this morning. What an incredible match in Doha, which ended with the sight which, if we are being honest, most football romantics had wanted.
It is now being placed in the hands of Lionel Messi, and he receives it, and he smiles, and he kisses it, and he cradles it in his arms, and now he takes little steps, little Lionel Messi steps, with the World Cup in his hands, and he walks into the centre of all of his younger muchachos, and he lifts the World Cup, and Argentina are the winners.
An amazing moment, an iconic moment. Lionel Messi is a world champion at last, at the age of 35, in his final appearance at a World Cup. Fairy tales do come true. It happened after a 4-2 victory on penalties for Argentina in the shootout, after it had ended, incredibly, 3-3 after extra time. And just to get a gauge on the emotion of the whole occasion, have a listen to this, Zoe. We just heard the winning moment there described on 5 Live by John Murray. This is what it means to Argentinian commentators. This was the same winning moment described by an incredibly emotional Argentinian commentator.
Argentina campeón del mundo! Argentina campeón del mundo! Messi campeón del mundo! Argentina!
They are Campeón del Mundos at last. Incredible video, that, Zoe. The man actually filmed himself. He's an older gentleman, had commentated on the 1978 and 1986 World Cup finals. He's been a long 36 years, and now he has finally seen his country become world champions for a third time. An incredible day, an incredible moment. They are flying home today, the players. They had a little party in Doha last night with an open-top bus tour, but they're flying home to Buenos Aires later on Monday. Big party planned in B8 tomorrow.
I don't think anyone will sleep until at least next Wednesday. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mike. Incredible scene.
It's time for the 7:33.
One day, guys. They'll be the streets of England, Wales, or Scotland. Fingers crossed, or Northern Ireland. Let's not forget anyone. So our theme today is cocktails, because our mate Rylan is doing the cocktails on Mary Berry's Ultimate Christmas, which starts on BBC One tonight at 8. She's cooking for Angela Hartnett and Monica Galetti, and Rylan's doing his best Tom Cruise, shaking up the cocktails in the background. So we wanted your cocktail themed songs. You have not let us down. Cheryl from Kent, Dave in Hereford, who says Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Dave. And also, so many people asked for this. Also, Les. All right, Les, can you play the Hippie Shake?
For goodness